Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Wendy Malinda from Living in Step Africa, where I'm a certified step family coach. When you're a stepmom, there's really no formula or manual that helps you go through your journey. You just stumble upon things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And it all depends on how you take that in and try and transform either yourself or your family. And so there's a lot of stuff that I learned, not necessarily because someone told me or I read a book, but just from my own experience, things that I did that either didn't work out and I had to change, or stuff that did work out and I kept that going. And in this video, this is what I'll be sharing with you. So lesson number one, very important. It's the kids who set the pace for the relationship. They are the ones who are going to determine whether you should go a little faster or slow down, or whatever it is that you're trying to achieve when it comes to the children. They will let you know. Their behavior, the way they respond, is going to let you know whether you need to slow down, be a bit more patient, or take your time. So what led me to this fact is one time when my daughter was calling me on the phone, and we were just having just a normal discussion. How was your day? Telling me about school. I was telling her about work. And when we finished the conversation and I was just about to hang up, I said, I love you. And I've never had such loud silence on my phone again. And it was just quiet. She didn't say anything. She didn't respond. And it was so awkward. And then I had to say, okay, bye, see you, we'll talk later, okay, bye. And so that's when I realized that, okay, Wendy, that was not a good move on your part. She wasn't ready for that. She wasn't ready to say I love you back. She was taken aback by my statement. And that's when I knew, okay, I need to slow down. And so I just shut that phase down. I never said it again. And funny enough, when she was, good and ready, she said the words right back at me one day. And so just take your time and get to understand and learn your kids. See what or how they react to the things that you do, the things that you say, and sort of evolve your behavior around that. And let them just set the pace for the relationship. The other thing is, don't underestimate the power of empathy. Being able to put yourself in your kids' shoes and trying to really see the world through their eyes will enable you to be more empathetic to their situation. Remember that step families are born out of loss. So something tragic happened in order for them to be where they are and for you to be able to come into that home at that particular point. So maybe a parent was lost, there was a divorce. So they are going through something in their life, a certain loss, and you need to be empathetic to that fact. Be able to put yourself in their position and do things to enable them or to help them to come out of that loss. Embrace, show grace, be forgiving, be kind, be loving to them, so that they're able to see that, that you're actually trying to make their lives better and not to make it miserable. Being a stepmom is sort of a thankless job. It's one of those things where you have to give and give and give and give of yourself, give of your time, your finances, without necessarily expecting to get anything back. And this can be very discouraging for you as a stepmom, especially if you're just beginning your journey. So what I would advise you is think of yourself sort of as background action. Lower your expectation. Don't expect to get anything back. And when you do, count it as a bonus and as a blessing. This helps you to focus more on what is important, and that is the kids. As long as you have the kids at the center of everything that you do in your stepmom journey, then it gives you a better opportunity for you to be able to bond with them and for them to be able to accept you for who you are. In order to be a successful step parent, you have to exercise a lot of patience. You have to be patient with yourself, you have to be patient with your partner, and most importantly, you have to be patient with your stepchildren. Not everything will fall into place at the same time or at the drop of a hat whenever you want it to. So be prepared to be in it for the long haul. A lot of people look at me and my stepchildren and they say, oh wow, you have such a good relationship with them. But what they don't see is all the hard work that has been happening in the background. It took us a lot of time to build that relationship and to build that bond, to get to a place where we are all comfortable with each other and we don't see each other as competition or as taking from one relationship. And so give yourself that opportunity to be patient with yourself and to just go with the flow. Enjoy the process and try as much as possible not to rush things. Something else that I have come to realize is when people act in certain ways or they do certain things or they say certain things, it's not a reflection of yourself, but a reflection of who they are and what they are going through. And so I've learned to just be taking a step back whenever I get into a sort of challenge and I'm wondering, why did this person say this, or why are they doing like this, or why is someone acting in a certain way? Taking a step back and looking at it and asking yourself, what is it that they could be going through that is making them act out in this way? And that way you're able to see things not from your perspective and from a selfish standpoint, like, why are they doing things to me? But it makes you understand, why are they acting in the way that they are? And that way, if you address that thing, then it will alleviate the fears that they have or the concerns that they have about whatever it is that is bothering them or bothering you for that matter. So take time to understand what it is that someone is going through, whether it's your stepchildren, your partner, maybe your partner's ex. Try and understand where they're coming from. And a lot of the times you will realize that it's coming from a place of fear. So for example, your husband's ex or your partner's ex fears that you will take over her role. Your kids fear that you're going to replace their mother or their father. Your partner fears that you might come in and you're not accepted by his kids, and all those challenges. So everyone has some kind of fear, and when we take the time to understand these fears and to address the fears as opposed to addressing the behavior that comes out from the fear, then that way you're able to resolve your issues better. So what lessons have you learned from your own journey? Make sure you leave a comment down below and share your experience with us so we can also learn from it. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well and like our Facebook page, that's Living in Step Africa. And see you next time.